There are some really interesting trends in the field of anti-aging, and a lot of people that don't even need it are taking something called metformin. So I want to break it down as to why people are taking metformin. So metformin actually controls your blood sugar. It controls your metabolism by keeping your insulin resistance in check. It's keeping your blood sugar levels down. So why would this be anti-aging, right? Like, why would people be electively taking blood sugar medicine that don't need it? Well, metformin, controlling your blood sugar, is controlling your AGEs. And AGEs are what happens when you have sustained blood sugar levels that are high. So one of the most aging things, like one of the absolute worst things for staying healthy and staying young, like absolutely topping everything else. Like, obviously, there's alcohol consumption and smoking and how those things affect your lungs and your liver. But I'm talking about, like, at a cellular level, like, what is doing so much damage to many people eating today's Western diet. It is sugar consumption and keeping such a high level of sugar in their bloodstream. So, if you have really high levels of sugar pumping through your body, it puts so much stress on your body. And your body really needs to function with very little sugar. So, I'm not talking about like plant sugars like fructose when you're also eating fiber, because if you eat a diet primarily of fruits and vegetables and you're getting a lot of fiber with that sugar, then your body is not processing it the same way. But refined carbohydrates, like refined flours, when you are eating lots of bread, when you're eating a lot of like white rice, if you're eating a lot of candy or sugar, and because there's so much sugar and there's so much refined grains in today's diets, like all the snack foods, usually when you eat anything like pizza, pasta, it's all made from refined carbohydrates. You are essentially keeping a high blood sugar level all the time. And most people don't even realize that they are pre-diabetic. So the doctor, by the time they identify that you have diabetes, it is usually you're already experiencing symptoms of diabetes. Your body is already telling them it is in a warning, like it is in warning mode. It is already having negative effects. So what you want to be doing is you don't want to be going off of what the doctor tells you when they finally tell you that you have diabetes, because most people are sustaining pre-diabetic status, or they have issues like different related issues. Like PCOS is actually a very similar disorder or disease to having diabetes, and it's basically the same thing. It's a carb or sugar sensitivity. And why is that caused? Well, there's a lot of complexities around PCOS and not many people really understand it, but we're finding more and more with research that it is related to overeating sugar and overeating grains, and some people's bodies just don't tolerate it well. So, if you really want to kickstart your anti-aging journey, if you really want to help your body age better, if you want to look better, if you want to cut down on your cellular deterioration, then you want to be either consuming something that lowers your blood sugar before you eat something that's sugary, like different various herbs that help, that people have been taking for forever to like lower your blood sugar or help your body metabolize. You can take things to help stave off cravings like Garcinia cambogia. You can take bitter melon. You can take gymnema. There are different things you can do to help you with cravings, to help you with your blood sugar levels. And not everyone can just go get a metformin prescription, and I'm not saying that you should, but there are herbal supplements that do essentially the same thing. But there's a reason that people are electively doing this that are not actually unhealthy. They're doing it because it has been found to stave off aging. So, FYI, also intermittent fasting is another way to keep you young and add years to your life. People that fast actually, I'm like, undereat, and I'm not saying like being bulimic or being um someone that doesn't eat like on like purposefully ever is good for you. It's not good to be anorexic, but if you cut down on your carbohydrates or you cut down on your sugars or you skip meals, this will essentially recreate in the body the same thing. In our bodies, when we fast, they heal. So healing has been a part of most religions, and if you really look deeply into it, most religious teachings are for health. They're not explained, because when people back during those times, like, people didn't understand. So it was easier for people to hear, don't do this because God says it, than for people to be explained to about hygiene or bacteria. Like, they just didn't understand it. So things like being clean, being hygienic, those were things that were encouraged by religions. And now we know why, because now we have the science to back it up. The same thing with like eating certain foods. Like, back when people didn't eat pork, there was a reason for it, because pork was full of parasites, and there's some other reasons, like how similar pigs are internally to humans and intelligence wise. So there are like a lot of things that have a real reason behind it. It isn't just for nothing. And fasting is one of those things. It's something that, yes, it has like spiritual benefits, but it also has a lot of benefits that have to do with your body's ability to heal. And being a little bit hungry all the time, just a little bit, not like under eating and being anorexic, but eating a little bit less than you usually do, skipping breakfast, skipping dinner once a day, or every few days, or taking one day out of the week to not eat. These things seem like depriving yourself, but in reality, you're extending your life. You're giving your body the ability to heal because it's not consuming and digesting, and it has time to focus on what needs work in your body. And essentially keeping your glycemic index low by consuming foods that aren't full of sugar, and eating more fats, and eating good fats, obviously, and eating more fiber, eating things that are like sugar substitutes like monk fruit or xylitol or stevia. I don't really like stevia, but some people have no problem with it. These are really good ways to keep your body from craving sugar, keeping your glycemic index low, and essentially aging slower, decreasing cellular deterioration, and having a healthier body overall, because a lot of the diseases that people suffer from are caused by a domino effect. And one of the first things that usually is the issue is your diet and how your body is metabolizing. And what you need to do to really solve that problem is to either fast if you can. If you're not like a serious diabetic that can cause issues, you need to work with your doctor if you plan to fast and you have like a serious form of diabetes. But almost everyone else, insulin resistant, people that have PCOS, people that are pre-diabetic, and pretty much everyone else, is they can actually fast. So just putting this out there, because I know that this is like a hot topic today. People really don't want to age. They don't want to show their age. They want to look as young as possible. They want to feel their best. I mean, medical treatments are expensive. So you really want to stay as healthy as you can to enjoy your life. Your health affects your mood. It affects how you feel, and you want to enjoy your life. So if you feel good and your body is healthy, then you will be happier. So just putting this out there, because I know a lot of people are really interested in this topic, and I know that I am. So have a good day. Bye.